Hello, everyone. My name is Imran Shabazz, and today's topic of discussion is NEBOSH International General Certificate in Occupational Safety and Health. And this video is based on Introduction to NEBOSH IGC Part 1. And this is for prospective students who are willing to take this qualification, or anyone who have a responsibility regarding health and safety and or managing health and safety in the organization, looking forward to complete any recognized health and safety qualification. So this is what about when we talk about this qualification. So let's start about this uh, presentation or session. Uh, NEBOSH, National Examination Board in Occupational Safety and Health, and they started serving for health and safety in 1979, and since then they are serving for humanity, and they are serving for health and safety, and they are issuing health and safety certification to successful candidates in their profession. When we talk about NEBOSH IGC, NEBOSH International General Certificate in Occupational Health and Safety, introduced in 2005 by NEBOSH, and since inception of this qualification, according to NEBOSH, more than 80,000 people held this qualification worldwide. So look at the popularity, look at the demand of this qualification. One of the most popular qualification among students and professionals, globally, and it is also one of the most demanded qualification by employers as well when it comes to employment, when it comes to jobs, particularly Middle East, particularly Europe, particularly UK. And even though in North America, in American countries, and even in other parts of the world, it is also a recognized qualification, highly recognized by professionals, and also popular among employers. This qualification is available in different languages: English, Arabic, French, Spanish, Russian, Turkish, and Portuguese. So these are the languages available for this qualification, and in these languages, this qualification is offered by NEBOSH. Let's move on with the course overview. When we talk about course generally spread over 10 days in block release or full-time classroom, containing 13 elements in 3 units, mainly 2 units, written units. Course spread over 5 weekends, weekend or part-time, to complete it or to complete the taught hours. Course spread over 14 days, evening, and you can complete in evening as well. Of course, there is a liberty, and there is a provision for course providers by NEBOSH. They can complete the minimum taught hours according to NEBOSH guidance in flexible timings, and that's with the course providers. So they may deliver the course in a month, they may deliver a course in 2 weeks, they may deliver a course in 3 weeks. So depending on the course provider, they can manage the timings until unless they are meeting the requirement of minimum taught hours. Entry requirement, everyone, there is no particular entry requirement for this qualification set by NEBOSH, and uh, let me give you an idea. This presentation is actually, or the information we are providing you is based on the NEBOSH specification for this qualification, uh, date November 2014, version 6, and this is what we are presenting right now. So entry requirement, there is no particular entry requirement. When we talk about this qualification is actually in English, so it's highly desired and recommended that all the professionals or candidates taking this qualification should be good in English. They can read, write, and of course they can attempt the qualification examination in English. This is what the requirement is. If you have previously a health and safety, basic health and safety qualification experience, that would of course complement you in completing your qualification. Language requirement, as earlier we discussed, uh, the course is available in Turkish, English, French, Spanish, Portuguese, Arabic. So you may take your assessment in the relevant or related language as well. Who should take this qualification? Anyone, guys, having health and safety responsibilities or managing health and safety in the workplace or looking forward to pursue his or her career in health and safety, they should go for this qualification and they should take this qualification. And majority of the people taking this qualification are pursuing for health and safety profession, and then they are taking NEBOSH International Diploma and other qualifications, offered by NEBOSH as well. Exemptions, yes, exemptions available for Unit IGC1, Unit GC2, and Unit GC3. Again, as per the guidance, you may visit NEBOSH website for exemptions. And for example, if you have completed NEBOSH IGC 1 in last 5 years, within last 5 years, you may have apply for exemption if you are taking NEBOSH IGC from the first unit. Rest of the two units, practical and written unit against ICC, of course, you should be taking the unit in that case. I memberships, when we talk about memberships, what typical memberships are available upon successfully completing this qualification? IOSH membership, TAC IOSH is available to candidates successfully completing this qualification, and associate membership of IOSH is also available for candidates completing this qualification. Depending on what sort of experience you previously have with you, and IOSH membership team will be, recognizing it, and award will be for you, TAC IOSH membership or associate membership. Similarly, International Institute of Risk and Safety Management membership, associate membership is also available upon successfully completing this qualification. When it comes to the level, England, Wales, and Northern Ireland, this qualification is level 3 qualification according to national qualification framework or qualification framework, and it's equal to or A level standard qualification. According to Scottish Credit and Qualifications Framework, it is level 6 qualification. When it comes to the qualification, total we have three major units containing or consisting of 13 elements, two written element units, and one practical application or unit is available in this qualification. When we talk about unit IGC1, it's 36 taught hours and 23 private study hours by the candidate. Total is 59 hours. Unit GC2, 42 taught hours should be in classroom, and then 26 private study hours, equal is 68 hours. Unit GC3 practical application, two taught hours, and then 4 hours private study, equal to 6 hours. Overall, 80 taught hours is the study time for this qualification, and candidates should achieve this taught hours. And then 53 private study hours, forming 133 hours overall for this qualification. When it comes to IGC1, the first written unit, there are mainly 5 elements available in this unit, and this is the first unit for this qualification, NEBOSH IGC. Element 1 is foundations in health and safety, and we generally discuss why we need health and safety, what are the basics of health and safety, what are the basic definitions of health and safety, what are the reasons for health and safety, typical requirement, legal requirement, why we should go for health and safety under the law, enforcing authorities or bodies, and then similarly how ILO, ISO, or any national or international governments are, playing their role for formulating health and safety, or for promotion of health and safety and implementation of health and safety, enforcement of health and safety. This is the in first element of unit IGC1. When it comes to unit IGC1 element 2, we'll talk about health and safety management system plan, where we'll discuss about policy planning issues, and then of course objectives. And when it comes to third element, health and safety management system do, this is the main or key element, one of the key element. And in this element, we generally discuss roles and responsibilities. We discuss health and safety culture. We discuss about improving health and safety culture, communication, risk assessment, hierarchy of risk control, procedure or safe system of work development, permit to work, basic first aid provision requirement, and similarly emergency response procedures. Element 4 is health and safety management system check, which mainly focus on evaluation of health and safety performance in the organization, which includes active performance indicators, and then or methods, monitoring methods, and reactive methods include incident investigation and reporting. And this is what included in it, including inspections and so on. So fifth element is about health and safety management system acts, where we discuss or where we study health and safety auditing, health and safety difference between auditing and inspection, again management performance review, and typical things for management system act. So this is what IGC1. When we talk about GC2, which is the second written unit, and it is also assessment, written assessment is available for this qualification for each candidate. Element 1 is workplace hazard and risk control. So general hazard risk control is available, including work at height, including temporary works, including slip and fall, and so, or general workplace hazards and issues. Element 2 is all about uh, transport hazard and risk control, and it's all about discussing how we can manage vehicular movement in the workplace, and driving safety. Element 3 is musculoskeletal hazards and risk control, and it's all about ergonomics, manual handling, work equipment we may use for assistance, and then conveyor systems, and similarly different type of equipment used for the manual material handling or material handling. So element 4 is work equipment hazard and risk control, which mainly focuses about work equipment in the workplace machineries, and similarly non-mechanical mechanical hazard, their protection, guardings, devices, etc. When it comes to element 5, electrical safety, this is all about basics of electrical safety. What is electricity, basic terms, similarly then systems for protection against electricity, typical hazard and risk, and then inspection for electrical systems, etc. Fire safety is all about basics of fire safety, fire triangle, causes of fire, simply risk assessment of fire, protective measures and preventive measures for fire, and then evacuation and fire equipments as well. Seventh one is chemical and biological health hazard and risk control, which includes information about typical chemical usage, route of entry, assessment method, equipment, prevention, similarly specific agents such as asbestos, legionella, leptospira, and then dust, silica, so and so. Element 8 is physical and psychological health hazard and risk control, and in this particular element we discuss about noise, hazard associated with noise, basic terms, controls, vibration, types of vibration, the typical effects, acute or chronic, and then controls. We discuss about radiation, ionized and non-ionized radiation, their effects again on the human beings and body of human, and then controls, mechanisms, monitoring, measuring, and then the last topic in this element is stress, uh, how we can manage it and how we can control it or prevent it. So this is what all about both element written units. And then third one is actually international health and safety practical application, which is always aiming uh, aiming candidates ability to demonstrate their understanding what they have read in or study in their units, IGC1 and GC2, and how they can apply it in the practical application. For example, the first part of this practical application is identifying or observing all the hazard, and deciding on control measures and time scale. And the second is actually on the basis of observation, you need to write down a management report to pursue your management to take actions on different issues, health and safety issues, which may result in significant loss to company organization. So this is what a brief introduction about NEBOSH International General Certificate. And if you look at NEBOSH, there is a certificate level. So NEBOSH is also describing us that NEBOSH certificate level qualifications provide an excellent foundation in health and safety for managers, supervisors, and people starting out on a career in health and safety. And for further information, you may visit NEBOSH website. You may click on the International General Certificate in Occupational Health and Safety, and then you can get more information, further information. Of course, you can come back to us as well through our YouTube channel or through our website www.parksafetysolutions.com for any sort of assistance. We Park Safety Solutions are approved or accredited course provider for NEBOSH qualifications, particularly NEBOSH International Diploma in OOHS, NEBOSH IGC International General Certificate in Occupational Health and Safety, and NEBOSH PSM Process Safety Management HSC Certificate in Process Safety Management. So any information that has been provided in during this video is based on the information provided by NEBOSH to clarify questions, to different prospective students and candidates. Thank you so much, everyone.